Welcome back to The Explainer. I am so pumped you're hanging out with us today because we've got a truly massive, totally fascinating subject to unpack. We are diving into India. We're going to visually break down this millennial-old civilization, a nation with an absolutely incredible scale of cultural diversity, a huge geographic footprint, and some seriously profound history. Whether you already know a ton about the subcontinent or you're literally just starting to search up its global impact, this explainer is built to give you a really clear, structured understanding of how India's geography totally shaped its history and how that history birthed the vibrant culture and massive global influence we see right now. Now, to make a topic this huge actually manageable, we're going to explore it through 5 core themes. First, the geographic crossroads. Second, millennia of history. Third, a canvas of culture and traditions. Fourth, flavors of the subcontinent, and finally, India's global influence. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the geographic crossroads. So, where exactly is India? If you pull up a map, you'll see India takes up the vast majority of the South Asian subcontinent. Picture this massive landmass shielded way up in the extreme north by this towering natural frontier, the Himalayas. And from those massive snowy peaks, the geography dramatically sweeps downward, eventually tapering off right into the vast tropical expanse of the Indian Ocean. It's an incredible geographic range, and it literally dictates everything from the climate and the mighty river systems to exactly where human civilizations have thrived for thousands of years. And because of that massive scale, India is absolutely not isolated. It's deeply, deeply integrated into the Asian continent. Just trace the borders on your map. It shares land borders with 7 different nations, arching from Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, across China, Nepal, and Bhutan, all the way over to Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. Plus, just off the southern coast, you've got island neighbors like Sri Lanka and the Maldives. It is a wonderfully complex and vibrant neighborhood. But hey, it's not just about the land. Flanked by the Arabian Sea on one side and the Bay of Bengal on the other, India sits directly on some of the world's major maritime highways. For literally thousands of years, these oceanic trade winds have transformed the subcontinent into this bustling crossroads. We're talking vital trade, massive human migration, and the incredible spread of ideas across the globe. Moving on to Section 2, Millennia of History. Let's look at the empires and eras. Look, condensing thousands of years of human history into a few seconds is a tall order, but we can really view India's evolution through 4 critical eras. Starting way back in the 3rd millennium BCE, you have the Indus Valley Civilization, building these incredibly advanced grid-planned cities like Harappa. Fast forward to the ancient era, where empires like the Guptas sparked monumental scientific advances. Then, the medieval era brought this profound cultural exchange. The Mughal Empire gave the world breathtaking architecture like the Taj Mahal. And finally, the modern era. This was defined by British colonial rule, a massive 1857 uprising, and that relentless independence movement that finally birthed an independent republic in the mid-20th century. That brings us to Section 3, a canvas of culture and traditions, or how to fit unbelievable diversity into one single country. If you take just one thing away from our explainer today, let it be this. India's absolute defining feature is its astounding, unparalleled diversity. It's a true pluralistic society, countless communities coming together to form one republic. And the Indian Constitution actually explicitly protects this. Just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about here, there are 22 official languages with literally hundreds of mother tongues spoken across the country. Because of this, customs are intensely localized. Everything from clothing and music to regional arts like Manumani painting, it all changes dramatically the second you cross the state border. And this plural society undeniably shines the absolute brightest during its festivals. These celebrations are happening constantly across the calendar year. Diwali, Holi, Eid, Christmas, Durga Puja, Pongal, you name it. These festivals brilliantly combine deeply meaningful religious practices with massive family gatherings, vibrant music, and honestly some incredible food. What's really wonderful is that even national holidays take on completely distinct local flavors depending on exactly where you are on the map. Now, on a more individual, personal level, this heritage shows up in daily practices that are known all over the world. Take the Namaste, for example, a beautifully simple gesture of bringing the palms together. It's a true hallmark of Indian respect and hospitality. Or take yoga. Far beyond just the physical postures you might see at a gym, it's deeply rooted in ancient Indian philosophical traditions that encompass mental and breathing practices too. It's such a profound cultural export that millions of people now celebrate it globally on International Yoga Day.
These sacred traditions also drive some massive domestic movement. Every single year, millions of people embark on these epic journeys, crisscrossing the entire country to visit sacred pilgrimage sites. You have Hindus traveling to the ancient Ghats of Varanasi, Sikhs heading to the Golden Temple in Amritsar, Buddhists seeking enlightenment in Bodh Gaya, or Muslims journeying to Ajmer. This constant swirling movement deeply connects the country's diverse religions right back to its physical geography and its modern economy.
All right, Section 4, Flavors of the Subcontinent. Let's take a quick culinary journey. Geographically, India's culinary landscape is just as diverse as its people, and it's largely defined by a stark north-south contrast. Up in North India, the cuisine relies really heavily on wheat. Think delicious breads like roti, naan, and paratha, paired with rich gravies and kebabs, which actually reflects some strong historical Central Asian and Mughal influences. But travel south on our map, and the foundation shifts entirely to rice. Southern cuisine is built around these amazing fermented rice batters for dosa and idli, and the coastal regions brilliantly integrate fresh coconut, curry leaves, tamarind, and abundant seafood. It is so good. Finally, Section 5, India's global influence. We're looking at soft power and modern innovation. You see, historically, India didn't just export tangible goods like spices and textiles, it exported profound, paradigm-shifting ideas. Religions like Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism all originated right here and totally reshaped the spiritual landscape of Asia. Linguistically, ancient Sanskrit heavily influenced classical scholarship way beyond India's borders. But honestly, perhaps the most tangible export for our modern daily lives, it was Indian mathematicians who gave the world the revolutionary concept of zero, as well as the decimal place value system. Talk about a game changer. And today, that historical influence has evolved into this massive modern soft power. Beyond the global ubiquity of yoga and Indian cuisine we just talked about, India boasts one of the largest, most vibrant cinema industries on the entire planet, reaching super passionate audiences worldwide. Furthermore, India isn't just looking backward at its history. It has firmly established itself right on the cutting edge of our future. It's a massive global hub for information technology, pharmaceuticals, and, yep, even space exploration. So we've seen how India's totally unique geographic crossroads nurtured a civilization over millennia. It created this staggering pluralistic society that gave the world mathematics, global religions, and incredible, vibrant culture. As India continues to blend its ancient heritage with some serious, cutting-edge technological power, the question isn't just how India is changing. The real question is, how will this rising powerhouse ultimately shape our collective global future? Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and hey, keep learning.